Hello, so welcome everyone. This month our chef to watch is Kattou. Hi Leo, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. So I want to dial back to the very beginning. You are of Greek Cypriot heritage.
Yep.
Is it your mum and dad?
Both parents, yeah. Both parents of mine are both Greek Cypriot. A bit weird with my dad, but my mum was born in Cyprus, but all my grandparents were from Cyprus, and my dad was born over here. So, but yeah, all my background is Greek Cypriot. So.
And they moved over, so your dad was born over here, and then your mum moved over here?
Yeah, so they moved over here 1980 something, and I've got three older sisters, so we're all born and raised in Coventry. That's where we were from. Yeah.
Anyone I know that's Greek or Cypriot both holds food holds quite a big place in their lives. Is that the case for you as well?
Massive, yeah. Dinner at the table was always, we all sat together. We have a fish and chip shop as well. Family background is fish and chips, so born in the kind of hospitality sector as well. So yeah, food for us, it's crazy. Like a random Sunday, you could be at my mum and dad's house and we'll have cousins or aunties and uncles, and it's my big fat Greek wedding is a reality for us. That's what I'm going to say. It's the easiest way to say it. If anyone's ever watched my big fat Greek wedding, that is my lifestyle for us.
Yeah. So what did you typically eat as a child at home? Like what are the foods that you kind of day-to-day as a kid?
Quite lucky really, because both parents are great cooks. My mum's fantastic at the Greek, my dad as well, but my dad more so on the English style of foods. So I've grown up in a lot of Greek barbecues, stuffed vine leaves, a lot of traditional Greek Cypriot classic dishes. I grew up on that. And then obviously it's standard, my dad used to cook us when we were kids. Obviously I used to do faggots, mash and peas and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been quite lucky that I've had actually a good upbringing in food. I was never, we never kind of had a bad upbringing in that respect.
So your family owned a fish and chip shop growing up?
Yep.
What was that decision? Was that like, obviously fish is quite a big part of Cypriot cuisine. Was that the sort of thinking it was kind of like, we can do fish? But what do British people eat? Fish and chips?
God knows where that came from, because if you go to speak to, I'm going to say 99% of any Greek Cypriot in Birmingham or in the Midlands, they've all got fish and chip shops. That's just quite stereotypical really. But it's, I couldn't answer that one in that kind of way, but I was born and raised into the fish and chip shop world, and it's something which I started, I think about 10, 11 years old, kind of helping mum and dad washing up or peeling spuds, and before I knew it I was serving, doing other stuff, bits and bobs, and I hated every minute of it, but I loved it. I did enjoy it because it made me, at the time I didn't, but now I look back and I think to myself it was actually brilliant having that in my background, because it makes you who you are today.
Which teaches you about food, I guess, a little bit, but also the kind of hard graft that goes into...
Yeah, just the respect for earning money, cooking foods, to seeing the produce from how it came in raw to seeing an end produce. I guess when you're 16 and you're working there as well, you don't really understand that because you kind of wanted to party, but now I look back and think, yeah, it's maybe who I am by doing them things, little things.
And then, so the leap from you pursuing, I guess, professional cookery came through the fact that your dad knew Andreas, is that right?
That's correct, yeah. So we lived not far from Simpsons in Kenilworth, when Simpsons was based in Kenilworth. So my dad and Andreas knew each other quite well, and I was trying to get into college, and I applied for Henley College in Coventry, and my dad was kind of like, no, it's fine, we'll try and get you into UCB. And then Andreas helped me out and got me into UCB, and that's how I started my career, kind of started just going to UCB at 16.
So coming back to here at Simpsons, were you a commie when you started here?
Yeah, I was a part-time commie, started in 2008 or 9, I can't remember, it was a long time ago. Yes, I went to UCB, did my 8 months I think it was at the time, and then it was time to do a 1 month work experience. And then Andreas got me here to do it, and I'm just that was it. I did a month work experience, and 13 years later, well, nearly 13 years later, I'm here now.
No, it seems like a wonderful place, and I mean the rate at which it's churned out really good chefs.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah,
and kind of contributed to the local culinary scene in an excellent way. It must be really nice to see all of these restaurants popping up.
massive. Yeah, Andreas is, don't know, like him with everything he's done for Birmingham and for the Midlands and the food scene, and not just that, even what he does for the Boku store. Like he's going to kill me. I think he's 63 this year, 64 this year. Sorry, but he doesn't stop. He just never stops. He's got so much going on, from Simpsons to Cross, the chocolate, Socko chocolate, to the Boku store. He just never stops, and he's just always wants to achieve more to help others. It's not for himself. He doesn't do it for himself. He does it to help others achieve what they want to achieve out of something. That's why he's a massive credit to not just Birmingham's food scene, but the culinary scene in England. I think it's a big, massive, huge credit to him.